Star Trek Adventures. Now what, Porloff? We are Tabletop Anthologies. Welcome to Star Trek Adventures. How's my sound? How's my video? We are at the season finale with the crew of the USS Surprise. And the title of this scenario is called The Prize. And we had left off. The crew was leaving the planet with the found ancient alien device, powered device. As they were just starting to lift off, they did notice that, or they did get alerts that the Ferengi shuttlecraft was headed in their direction. Thank you, Great Barrier. GM in the Great Barrier. Yes, so the Ferengi were headed in their direction, and they were getting ready to move up towards their ship. We'll start off real quick and do a quick round. We'll start in the top right with some rank. Commander Kullat, played by Hades. How you doing today, sir?
Oh, I'm doing swell. How are you, Admiral?
I'm good. I'm well. I'm all caught up on Strange New Worlds, so I'm real good. And what? What's so funny?
How long did that take?
Long enough. There were 4 episodes. 4 episodes. And over to the comedic aisle in engineering, our Andorian, Commander Kaval, played by Forloth. Hello, sir.
All good, Admiral. Ready to kick some Ferengi butt.
I think you just want to rub their lobes.
Ferengi lobes.
There we go. There we go. And our Chief Medical Officer, Lieutenant Grax, Grax, played by Severian.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, and hello to you as well. And as we start, they also had some supporting characters they were playing. So Grax, you remember, or if you recall, you were in charge of the away team. As we left off, you were on the con of the shuttlecraft. Kullat, you were playing Taria. She also was sitting at navigation on the shuttlecraft. And Kaval, he was in the rear with the gear in the back of the shuttlecraft with the powered device as you guys started to take off. So unless you have some questions.
No, I wasn't.
Good. Good. See, I asked it again, didn't I?
I got beamed up with
did you?
Something.
Oh yeah, did you? I refreshed it, but
Someone was about to beam, but then they changed their mind and went to right instead.
I beamed up with something important.
With the device?
Yeah, but I can't remember exactly.
I think it was, that's with the device, but Filer, I think it was, failed to get beamed out.
Beamed out, yeah. All right, you're right. Thank you. Sorry. Horrible GM here, everybody. I'll take a threat point away there. Now, I have shown mercy. I have shown mercy. And so, we shall begin.
All right, so we're starting with us in the shuttle then, correct?
Correct, sir.
What do I see in front of me? Or is it not that I'm actually seeing them through the cockpit approaching? I have them on sensors or something like that.
Yeah, you do have it on sensors, but in the distance you do see an odd shape. Obviously, that is the Ferengi shuttle, and that's aside from all the lightning and very, very frightening things going on outside of the shuttlecraft due to the slowly but dissipating plasma storm.
Okay, and I'm going to bring up comms with the bridge up on the main ship.
Okay. Give me, since due to the plasma storm, why don't you go ahead and give me a control and engineering difficulty of 1.
I'm actually, you know what? I'm gonna delegate. I'm gonna say, Taria, bring up comms with the ship. We've got Ferengi approaching.
What was that
I'm
role
going
again?
to focus on piloting.
Okay. So you want him to bring up... Do you want him to hail, or you want him to check some things on the ship here?
Sure.
Sorry.
Back up to the bridge. Just basically open a channel there so that we can let them know what's happening.
All right.
Yes.
Control and engineering. Difficulty of 1.
Do I get a ship assist from the shuttle?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do a ship assist. Since it was control and engineering, why don't you give me a communications and engineering? 1 dice. Un die, por favor.
Communications isn't
For the ship.
Oh, where's the...
So go to actors. Let's go to NPC starships. Go all the way down to shuttlecraft type 7 refurbished. And if you don't have access, let me know. I'll fix that here real quick. Figure
I don't
ownership.
think I do. Is it under PC or supporting? Those are the only 2 I got.
Here, I'll fix it. Hang on. Owner.
Or wait, bridge crew. I've got the USS. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Captain, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not getting a signal with the bridge yet. It's not. I'm not quite there yet.
I was afraid of that. I'm gonna keep going, but I'm worried that we're gonna be under attack. So brace yourselves.
What about your new green friends? Are they up there somewhere? Weren't they supposed to keep the Ferengi off our back?
They were. Maybe they'll make themselves seen sometime soon. I don't have any way to contact them.
Well, I could try again, but we saw how well I just did.
Admiral, does it look like the Ferengi ship is intercepting us?
It's on an interception course.
Okay.
With the shuttle.
Correct. Yeah, so their little shuttlecraft, is on an interception course for your little shuttlecraft. Nothing that's in orbit. We're not talking about anything in orbit right now.
Let's check our shuttle. Do we have... We do have some shields, right? Yeah, it looks like shields 2.
Yeah, so...
It's warp capable?
This one is, 2.
Let's warp into orbit.
Yeah.
Or we could do that Star Wars trick where we warp through them and all explode.
Yeah, let me know how that'll turn out for you guys.
I'm just gonna continue on a flight path back to our hangar.
Okay.
Back
and then,
up of the ship yet?
Yeah. So I was just getting ready to switch scenes to you there real quick. Kaval, you're back. You'd beamed up into engineering with the powered device. So that is where you will be. I'm loading it now for you guys.
Okay, as soon as I materialize, I shout to Ensign Moore. Ensign Moore, secure this! Run over to the comms unit. Hit the button. Up to the bridge. You like that?
That was good.
Captain Mercati. Captain Mercati, this is Kaval.
Kaval, go ahead. I assume you guys want me to play him.
The shuttle appears to be in some sort of plasma storm. They could be having difficulties breaking orbit. Have you been able to locate them? Do you see any signature?
Commander, we're going to try that now. And Mercati looks over to Kullat over in operations there. Kullat, what do you got?
Okay, he's asked me to scan for the Ferengi.
I believe he's asking you to scan for your friendly shuttle.
Oh.
Correct, Kaval?
Correct.
Right away, Captain. I'd get to my scanners.
All right. So if you're gonna be scanning for it, go ahead and give me a reason and science with a ship assist from one of you guys, if you could, under PC supporting characters, bridge crew, a surprise. With a ship assist of sensors and science. This is going to be a difficulty of 3 due to the plasma storm.
I'd like to use a focus of warp engines because we just established that thing is warp capable, so that is a signature that would help me zero in on it.
Okay.
Good idea.
All right.
Wow.
And if somebody could roll the ship, please. This would be under actors.
Seb, can you do that?
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember where the ship is. There it is. What am I rolling on the ship?
Supporting characters, bridge crew. So that's going to be sensors and science, please. 1 dice.
Sensors and science. Sorry.
Oh. Okay. So you are successful. And you don't have any momentum to get rid of that complication.
Nope.
So I will tell you that you are able to locate the shuttlecraft, the Type 7 shuttlecraft, but its signal is going in and out. So trying to lock on or anything like that, you're not able to. So you're really going to have to try and continue to scan for this thing if you're going to be doing anything special.
And what's his rank now? Lieutenant Cabal? Lieutenant Commander?
Lieutenant Commander.
Lieutenant Commander Cabal, I am picking it up, though the faint is signal and being masked by the ion storm. If we want to lock, we will have to get a better signal on it.
I think I can compensate for that, Commander. If we just run the neuropelagics through the rear strata array, I should be able to compensate on the Symphonics ion chart and be able to lock straight onto their thrusters.
Okay.
That sounds all very plausible, sir.
All right. So, Cabal, if you're trying to lock onto them, we're going to do the same rolls, sir. Reason and science, sensors and science by the ship. Unless you're utilizing...
This is entirely an engineering function, what it is
Okay.
I'm trying to do. This has nothing to do with science. I'm an engineer, damn it!
Damn it! I put things together. I don't study them. Okay. Then we'll do reason and engineering, and it'll be sensors and engineering. Whomever is rolling for the ship, please.
Let's see what we got for focuses, warp field, trips. I've got electroplasma power systems. That's what I'm trying to lock onto. So that's my focus.
Okay.
Come on.
Da-da-da-da-da.
What's the other one?
I was muted. Did you say sensors and science from the ship again?
Sensors and engineering, sir.
Sensors and engineering. That makes sense. Okay.
Yes, and that'll
One
be
dice.
a difficulty
There
of
you
3 as the same one. So you have 2 successes, and at this time you're currently unable to lock onto it. Maybe it had to do with your alignment in the arrays. I don't know. You weren't able to do that. Anything else before we switch gears back to the planet?
Can I go ahead.
I was just gonna say, because I was also playing Reinach Vogt, he would be, I imagine, scanning, keeping aware of what the Ferengi are doing. So if there's anything, he would
the
pick
main
up
ship?
or yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a Give me a reason and security, ships, sensors and security. Difficulty of 2.
All right, and I'm going to use my focus of shipboard tactical systems to scan for the Ferengi and track what they're doing.
Okay. And your ship, please.
That was sensors and security.
Yes, please. So as far as you can tell, they are just sitting there, just like you, just like the Orions, all in orbit. Nothing has changed.
Okay. Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, nothing that you can tell has happened.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Anybody else? Then we shall go back to the surface with our other crew.
Who's still on the surface?
Well, they are on their way up in the little shuttlecraft. They haven't.
Oh, okay, that's what you
they haven't
mean.
left. So no, it's all right. Grax and Taria. And what? Who? The atmosphere. Thank you. Grax and Taria. The Ferengi shuttle. You guys can make it out clearly now, and it's coming right at you.
Are we currently within the ion storm, or just like at the edge of it and it's about to hit us?
No, so it was over the base camp and it is now trailing off. So you're in the tail end Charlie here.
Gotcha.
But it's not obviously as strong as it had been. But there are still lightning strikes and things like that.
Okay. I am going full throttle and watching the best I can to do any evasive maneuvers if I need to.
Okay. All right. So I will allow each of you one move until we enter in what is called combat. So you're trying to go pedal to the metal here, Grax?
Yes. I'm just trying to remember what exactly the action would be for that.
For con? It'll
Yes.
be so control and con, and then we'll use engines and con from your shuttlecraft, or whoever would like to roll the engine.
All right. Control and con. Someone else want to handle the shuttle?
Yeah, I've got it. Is it one die or
what a
two?
great roll.
One die, yes.
This isn't looking good. Oh my
Oh
god.
my. All right. So
At least the Ferengi won't get us because we've just blown up.
we've Lieutenant, I'm gonna need you to roll me 1d6 real quick.
1d6.
1d6, and I'll tell you what happens, and then you can tell me what happens. Got a 1. A 1 tells me that you have received a plasma strike to the shuttle. Now roll a 1d5. Three. Your weapons have just gone offline.
That's convenient.
That is convenient.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we took a shot from the Ferengi and it set that offline?
No, you. This complication is coming out in the form of a plasma strike from the plasma storm, and it had hit your shuttle, and because of that, the results of that, your weapons are offline. And Tari, you have one thing you can do before we enter combat.
All right. So there's a blast from the plasma storm, and everyone inside is, of course, going like this. And Andal is just completely silent and focused, and like trying to bring the ship back on course. and there's some beeping on his console. And he says, "I have bad news. Our weapon systems are down."
Well, let's hope that they aren't trying to shoot us first, because I mean that should be okay, right? We weren't about to shoot them.
And so, since I don't have a atmosphere map made up, I'll take us to the split screen here real quick, and we'll run through a little bit of combat. So while we're doing this, to include you, Kaval.
Well, what are we seeing on the ship? There's still a couple things that we could potentially try. We could potentially try to just pull them out, transport them out. We could try to we could fire photon torpedoes directly at the Ferengi. I mean, if we consider them to be actively engaging our crew.
Yes.
Would that is what happens in a plasma storm? Would that ignite the plasma in a plasma storm? If you were to fire like phasers?
Yeah, you could. Very well, very easily do so.
But we wouldn't shoot first, though. Starfleet would frown on that.
Yeah, but that's the question. Are they actually actively engaging you in combat?
They haven't shot us.
But
Well,
the
if
GM
Taria's
says
got-
we're in combat.
Well,
I was
Taria's
allowing you
got
guys one more move before maybe the Ferengi might be firing on you, but they have not just yet.
So again, how much of this are we actually seeing on board ship?
Well, at this time, based on your previous rolls, you weren't able to get any readings other than you did lock on it initially, saw it, but lost it due to the plasma storms. So
Okay,
I can
so we
ship. Yeah, you don't really know that they just got hit by a plasma strike. So I can shift back to the ship for you real quick if you like.
We could try cons to them from our ship with my move and tell them if they don't back off, their actions will be taken as hostile.
Yeah, but we don't know what's actually going on from the bridge.
Well, I thought he said Taria had a move before combat.
Oh, Taria.
Yeah, in atmosphere, Taria does. Yes.
Yeah, so let's hear what Taria's going to do.
Well, hold on. Is there still a room for the bridge crew to try something?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so, Kullat, can you try to reach the ship? Have you tried communicating with the crew of the shuttle? By the way, this is Kaval down in engineering. How you doing?
Who, Zemp might have a better chance at accomplishing that.
Zemp?
Tech Thrall.
One of you guys would like to play these other characters, so I'm not leading in one direction or another.
I feel weird talking to myself.
Okay, Sev, do you want to do the Zen?
Sure, I'll be him too.
Okay.
Zemp, did you catch any of that? Your comms officer.
Yes, I'll get right on that.
Better than the attempt I would have made.
And I try again to locate the shuttle. To get a lock on the shuttle.
Using your engineering skills?
Using my magic engineering skills.
So your magic engineering skills, just like before, going to be reason and engineering, ship sensors, and engineering. Difficulty of 3. And Grax, if you're going to be handling Zemp.
Come on.
Ooh,
Oh, come on. Did I get it?
you got it.
Yes!
Let's see what the ship gets you.
Yeah,
One
baby!
dice, please. One die. Un die.
What's the ship doing? Sensors and
Sensors
engineering?
and engineering. One. Un. All right. So
Yes.
2 momentum on this. What would you like to do with them?
It's not enough to just lock on this. Can we pull them out? Is there any way to pull them out?
You can try. Absolutely.
Well, I thought I just tried. Isn't that what I just did?
You were trying to lock on, right?
Yeah, but I mean, what can we do now that we're locked onto them?
Possibilities are endless in Star Trek.
How many people are on that on board that ship? Just the 2 of them, right?
3.
The doctor.
Filer's in there too.
Yeah, but they're not important.
Oh, Morox isn't actually in there.
Oh yeah, Morox was in there. I forgot about her. Forgot about those supporting characters. So there is 4, but yeah, I mean, there's at least 2 in there that matter.
We don't want to leave the shuttle behind if we don't have to, because that could be possibly a source of cultural contamination if it crashes and lands on planet, and that would be a bad thing. We're locked on. We currently have a strong signal. We're obviously locked onto this thing. Do we have any sort of tractor beam type capability? I can't think of an episode where they tractor beamed anything. Can you guys?
Your ship does have a tractor beam.
Yeah. Well, that we're gonna do that.
Good idea.
Tractor beam that puppy.
All right.
Well, that's definitely engineering. Come on, that daring or well, that's got to be daring.
Okay, so
right?
You had your lock. You were successful. You had those 2 momentum. Do you want to bank those then? For use?
Yeah, I mean, is there any way I can use it that would be of?
If you use 1 right now, I would allow you to maintain that lock for at least a round if we enter combat, or at least an extra round.
Then that.
Okay. So then you have 1 momentum, and give me a second. Let me go to Taria first, since you just did something, and then we'll figure out how you guys want to go from here.
Sounds good.
So back to Taria. In the atmosphere. Just took a hit on the shuttlecraft from plasma strike. Guys are hurting.
From that soul vacation.
Yeah.
It's back from the atmosphere. So yeah, I'm gonna try and hail the Ferengi vessel and ward them off.
Okay. Let's see.
Give us an intimidating speech.
Yeah, I'll tell you if he's convinced or not. They're convinced. All right, so from Hale, let me get a control, and let's do control and security. Ship your communications and security.
Who's rolling that?
Oh, they got it. They got it. So that'll be 3. You got your 3 due to the plasma storm, and you reached him, and Polar Zell appears on it. Where do you think you're going?
Ferengi vessel. This is the refurbished shuttlecraft Type 7.
Great name.
We do not appreciate your intercepting course. If you continue on that course, you will be considered to be making a hostile action against us, and we will be forced to defend ourselves.
With what weapons? I just scanned your ship. You don't have any.
Do you see our larger vessel in orbit? It has many, many more weapons than this shuttlecraft could ever hold.
Many weapons! Many!
Do you see our shuttle in orbit? It, too, has many weapons. What do you think Latinum buys?
And what is the profit in attacking a Federation ship?
We want that device.
Is war with the Federation profitable? What do your rules of acquisition say about that?
Oh, snap!
And he laughs. He starts laughing, and he says, Rule of acquisition number 34. War is good for business. And the screen shuts off.
Well, we still wouldn't strike first, so if he wants to strike first, he would be showing his lobes.
Okay. Anything
Tractor
else?
beam this bitch.
Okay, so we're gonna go into combat. So as you guys reminded, ship combat is you guys, then me, then you guys, then me, then you guys, then me, depending on the players and such. So you guys can, whoever wants to go first, can go first.
Tractor beam.
Tractor beam. Let us see. Let's bring that up. So if you guys remember, under the journal entries, I do have some stuff here for ship rules, things like that. Let's see. Station actions. Let me find out where the tractor beam is in here.
I think it'd be under tactical. Yeah, it is.
Tractor beam. Since you're down in engineering, you know, that could easily be routed if you want, if we work that out here in discussion. Let's see. So to do a tractor beam, and I'm gonna need somebody to keep track of the surprise for a moment. In terms of power and shields, if we get to this point. So if one of you could volunteer.
Okay.
Okay, so Commander Caval, you are trying to get a lock on with the tractor beam. I'm going to need you to give me a control and security. This is going to be a difficulty of 3, and it's going to be assisted by the ship's structure and security.
Okay.
It's a difficulty of 3 because of the distance. The ship's pretty close now, but it's still at you guys' edge, and also because of the plasma storm.
Okay, but don't we already have a lock?
You do have a lock, yes.
So we're not trying to get a lock. We're trying to extract the vehicle, the shuttle, out of the plasma storm using a tractor beam.
Okay.
So wouldn't be establishing another lock be redundant at this point?
Yeah. So I'll lower it down to 2. So this is to use the tractor beam.
Okay.
Control and security. Ships,
son of a bitch!
structure and security.
No, I got it!
You did. Structure and security, please, shipman.
I got it. Structure and security. Or wait, someone just roll it? He rolled it.
Yeah, I got it.
He did. So what are you doing with that momentum?
Well, will it assist in any way in pulling the shuttle out?
We can have it do that.
Set it to 11.
Set it to 11.
Full power. Okay. So let me make sure that this doesn't require ship's power of any type, and it doesn't look like it's listed. So power stays the same on the surprise. So tell me what happens, Caval. You're successful in what you wanted to do so far.
So I say, stand by on bridge. We're going for the tractor beam. And come on, baby. Come on, baby. And boom.
Successful. And on the shuttlecraft Type 7, Grax and Taria and others, you immediately feel that that sudden shake and shudder in the actual ship itself. And Grax, you've noticed that you've lost all con control.
Okay, but I wouldn't know what's actually happening and why that is.
Yeah, no, you'd be getting tractor beamed.
Okay.
You know you're getting beamed.
You're getting tractored.
You've been beamed once. You just know it.
Scotty beamed me twice last week.
Good. It's good. It's good. Okay. Let me see here. Yes.
Here's an idea. Can you at all use the engines so that we work in tandem with the beam and get there quicker?
Maybe. Can I? I would definitely just be going as fast as I can.
I mean, that to me it makes sense. I don't know that we've ever seen something like that. I assume that the tractor beam kind of overpowers a ship once it's gotten hold and it's drawing you in based on its strength. So, I mean, you know,
That makes sense. It
Wraps
probably
in a
puts
little
us in like a
puddle.
stasis. Yeah.
Little bubble and
that's how I've seen it. Because if you think about it, when
Like-
ships try to run away and they grab the tractor beam, it doesn't let them move.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
Is they're usually trying to get away. Wouldn't
I
they ever
mean-
used it on a good guy unless they were disabled in the water?
You know, this is Star Trek. We can let it happen if that's what you want to do. Cool. So I'll go ahead and take my move real quick. He is gonna try something here real quick, and I have to
who's
load
he? Who's he?
one of the lobe-loving gentlemen. Find him.
Lobe lovers?
Lobe lovers.
Sounds like a landlubber.
Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't.
Oh, they are acting like pirates, so
Let's see.
Land pirates?
space
Land.
pirates. Atmospheric pirates.
Oh, atmospheric pirates. Okay.
See, there's one other thing here I want to check. Okay, so, reason and security, and his, where we at? Okay. As far as you guys know, the shuttle continues on in the same direction as you are, but nothing happens. You don't notice anything. Notice any change.
And up on board ship, are we? We would reach a proximity. We would receive proximity alarms if there were any other ships in the area. Correct?
Correct. So far, you just see the three that have been there:
The three
Yeah.
what?
the Orion, your ship, and the Ferengi shuttle or ship in orbit. They're all still in
Oh.
orbit.
Oh, makes sense. Okay. So do we pull them on board into the shuttle bay?
They're close, but they're not in yet. So it's up to you're up on your move next. So that could potentially put you in if you guys put the pedal to the metal.
Captain, Maricotti, this is Caval down in engineering. How you doing? Do we want to make a run for it as soon as we get the shuttle on board?
That sounds like a sound idea, Lieutenant Commander. We could do that once everybody's safe.
Then I already start prepping the ship for warp.
Okay. If you're trying to prep for warp, we're gonna do. Are you gonna warp out of the system or just away from the area?
Gentlemen?
Towards the Ferengi homeworld. The closer we are to danger, the further we are from harm.
Well, we have reinforcements showing up, right?
You did call for the Klingons to assist you, yes.
Oh, was it Klingons?
Yeah.
I
Remember you
knew we
guys
had
called
someone
Narendra?
showing up, but I don't remember. Yeah. Okay.
And how far away were they?
When you guys arrived initially at the planet, they told you about 14 hours, and you are at the 14-hour mark.
Oh, so they could be showing up any minute. So
Correct.
maybe we don't need to jump. Maybe we need to throw
Jump to
our
the
weight
other side of
around.
the planet.
Now you see us.
I'm
No, you don't.
afraid of any possible complications, but yeah, if we just tried to get the shuttle in quicker by boosting.
So the only thing, and I'm going to look at all of your guys' values real quick, especially yours, since that's your idea, Caval. The crew or my clan, I would challenge that. Mainly,
What's my idea?
So you were talking about jumping out of warp. If that's something you do decide to do, I'm going to let you know as an Admiral GM what I might do.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do it without our crew.
No, I understand. And I would challenge that value based on the Starfleet officers still on the surface. Because if you guys leave,
what's going to happen to those science officers?
The Ferengi and the Orions are still there. Correct. So I might, depending on what your choice is, I might challenge that value.
I mean, we have the item that they're after, though, right?
Correct. Yeah, and it's on board the Surprise.
So an argument, and there's a stasis field on that, or whatever securities we have to put in so it doesn't get beamed off on us, like has happened in previous adventures. What? But the argument could be made that that if we take the object of contention out of the system, the crew on the planet could actually be they're not crew members, but they are Federation personnel. Would actually be better off. I'm just saying.
Hostage.
Don't give him ideas. What's the matter with you, Lieutenant Senior Grade? I'm just throwing that out there, just something for consideration. Okay, all right, yeah. Are they any closer to getting on board?
They're about a turn away. So if you decide to use your con to basically speed up in their direction, we will say that that will have sped up the process to get you on board.
So who's our comms expert?
Comms?
Zemp or Kullat?
Your
Zemp has 5 con.
Yeah, so Zemp is your con.
Not con. Com. Communications.
Well, that's for the ship.
It's its own thing.
Yeah, that's for the ship. The ship has its own role for communications.
Can somebody on bridge attempt to contact the shuttle?
Yes.
We don't really know what's going on at this point.
And it actually, so technically in the game, communications is considered a station, but even though for the most part it's generally handled either by con, by tactical, by operate, it's kind of shared sometimes in all the shows. We didn't have enough players, so I've been letting whoever wants to try and make communications do so. But there is a list in terms of moves called communications. So if you want to try and reach somebody, we could consider that your move as well.
Can I be Commander Gregory Maricotti?
You can, absolutely.
Derek, put me through. Zemp, put me through. Crew of the shuttle. This is Commander Gregory Maricotti. Give us your status, please.
Captain, it's so great to hear your voice.
Isn't it though?
We've taken a hit from the plasma storm. Our weapon systems are down, and the Ferengi are intercepting us right now.
Have they fired upon you?
Not as of yet.
No, but we told them to back off, and they said that war would be profitable.
That's definitely a threat that we, as Federation officers, should take seriously. We'll try to bring you aboard with all speed. At this point, just maintain your stations, and we will get you on board ship as soon as possible. Captain out. Wow, that was painful.
That was very curt.
That's what I was going for. Okay, so anyways, are the Ferengi doing anything? Are the Orions doing anything for that matter?
The Orion ship, I don't know. You can't tell. We haven't seen them since the surface, and their ship in orbit is still sitting there.
But if we do any sort of scan, that's considered a hostile act, isn't it? If not openly hostile. That. Oh, did we?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reinhardt did that and didn't find anything.
Nothing had changed at that point.
as far as them powering up weapons or anything of that nature.
Yeah, that you could still do that if you want.
Would we just see that if someone was if one of the other ships in the system was powering up weapons? Are the Ferengi?
Since right now we're
up weapons.
Since we're kind of in combat, it would be considered a move. But you can certainly check.
Okay, sure. Let's check.
Okay. All right. So you're scanning the Ferengi vessel.
Yep.
All right. Where are we at here?
They don't like it tough.
Okay. So whoever you want to use, whatever player character, whether it's yourself or, somebody else.
Who was the Klingon? Is he on the shuttle? Is that?
Yeah, Reinach Vogt. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
on the shuttle. And don't forget, you
he's on
still
the
have your operations science Vulcan.
Yeah, Kullat's probably the best scannist.
Yeah, then go for it, Kullat.
Okay. So sensor operations, Kullat, I'm going to need you to give me a control and science. It's going to be a difficulty of 1, and whoever's rolling the ship, sensors and security. 1 dice, please.
Oh, nice.
Okay. You have 2 momentum. How would you like?
1 for extra thorough scan and 1 for bank. I want to know if they've got tapeworms.
So are you just scanning system-wide, or are you scanning a specific ship?
Well, we just found out that the shuttle's being intercepted by a Ferengi shuttle, so I thought I was scanning the Ferengi shuttle.
Okay.
Am I wrong there, Caval?
I thought we were scanning the vessel in orbit, checking to see if it was.
Oh, to see if it's making any changes?
Yeah, if it's potentially a threat. Hey, Admiral, can you put us on that screen? I would love to see that.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. I thought I pressed activate. Activate!
Cool.
Yes, so we doing the Ferengi vessel then in orbit?
That was my intent, yeah, but I will defer to sounder reasoning.
Yeah, I thought we were scanning the shuttle, since that's the one that's posturing.
All right, go for it. But are you going to be able to get a good scan of them if they're still in the midst of the plasma storm?
I got 3 successes.
Oh, okay.
Not to
Brag.
metagame. Not to brag. Not to brag.
So it
but
was
I do a
no,
good scan.
because so it's a difficulty 1, because they are about to break an atmosphere into orbit. So you have 2 successes as, you have 1 success and 2 momentum. So what would you like to do with your momentum?
Just more information on their
Okay.
what they've got actively working in the shuttle, like weapons or shields or anything like that, and then bank 1.
Okay. So this information kind of tells you several things. As you're scanning the Ferengi vessel, you do notice their weapons are armed, their shields are up, but they haven't fired yet. But as you're scanning also, you do pick up the Orion Raider heading to the surface of the planet itself.
Captain and crew, be advised, the shuttle is armed and shields up. I've also noticed that the Orion's vessel has gone towards the surface.
And it'll be my turn now, since you guys just went. And second here. that out. Out. And where is con? Okay. There. Oops. That first one, first eye should only be the one that counts, but it doesn't count. So, okay. What you guys are seeing now, with your sensors still up, is that the Ferengi shuttle seems to have broke off, and it's actually headed towards the Ferengi Marauder. So basically, they're heading home right now.
Yeah, they're running away from us.
Yep. And so because of that, at this point right now, we will drop out of combat. So you guys are up on what you want to do.
Get in the ship.
Stop trying to get in the ship and get in the ship.
Yeah, we would make to get in the ship. It was the large Orion vessel that went to the surface?
Yeah, it was the big one.
Can we... Can't really scan things that are in warp, right? So I was going to say, can we check to see if we're picking up our backup within the system yet?
I don't believe you can. Unless you can figure out a way to explain how. But I don't know that they've ever done that. But
Yeah, I don't think
again,
so.
this is a game. I'm open for whatever you want to do. As long as you can tell me how you're doing that.
Well, Grax could check in with the green guys and remind them we had a deal. I don't remember the terms exactly of the deal, but
Well, we don't know what they're doing yet. I would just be focusing on trying to get into the ship.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys make it back.
Oh, we are back now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll have made it back. Yep. At this point, that's kind of why I dropped us out of combat. One, because the shuttlecraft disengaged, and you guys pretty much made it back to the ship now.
Okay, so now the question becomes, what is our goal? We're not here to garrison the planet. We're not here. No one's asked us to safeguard the research team. We've got.
I think that was what they asked us in the first place.
Was it?
Yeah, we got distress signal from them because the Ferengi and Orions were showing up.
Oh,
Yeah,
and we came and checked on them, and we've now we now have the item of contention on board our ship.
Yeah, so we should probably check on them now, see how they're doing down on the surface.
And
Could do
why
that.
wouldn't they come back with us?
They had to tear down their camp, basically, and sanitize and everything else.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we could try cons with them.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Whoever's going to be communicating, give me control and con with the ship's communications and con. This is going to be a difficulty of 2, not 3 anymore. The plasma storm is pretty much all but gone.
I'll put that call through right away. Something like him. One success.
One success. You still have your ship.
And the ship was communications.
Communications and con? Yes. So you, all right, you know what? I'll handle this one. So you do reach, and it's, what was his name? Commander Tavek. This is Commander Tavek. Go ahead.
Yeah, who's making the call? I guess I'll do it as Grax.
You were, Mr. Grax.
Yeah. This is Lieutenant Andal Grax. Can you give us a situation report?
Strange. You do not sound like Grax. However, we are currently taking down our tents and sanitizing the area of our to get rid of any, what's the word I'm looking for? Evidence that we have been here. We aren't too far along from being finished. Is there a reason you're asking?
We were intercepted by a Ferengi shuttle in the atmosphere, and it seems that the Orion Raider ship has gone to the surface. We're not sure yet what they're doing.
You kind of see him go like this, and you can hear him talking to somebody. And he waits a second, and a few more seconds go by, and he turns back around, and he says, I just had my ensigns check. The Orion vessel is nowhere to be found. They did see it come in, and then saw it looked to be heading back out.
Interesting. Well, make sure you can remain in communication with us and let us know as soon as you need to be picked up.
Understood. Thank you. And
Of course.
He hits his communicator badge.
All right.
We should just nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
It's the only way. Oops, there it is. Let me move this out of the way of the planet.
Set it to the green spectrum.
Yes. So, just as you were finishing your conversation, Grax, you also received a hail, and it's the Ferengi Marauder.
On screen?
You sound hesitant. What's wrong? And once again, it's Kolarzel. This guy just does not give up.
Just give up already.
Starfleet. As a businessman, perhaps we can make a trade deal. A suit of your finest Andorian silk, a ring of pure Surax, or a complete set of Tanesh pottery. This is your last chance, Captain. I think you can see that you are overwhelmed in firepower. Give us what we want and we'll let you go.
Who's doing the captain? Who's doing the captain? I did a crappy job last time. Somebody else did.
I liked your captain voice. Go for it.
Yeah, no, you did. Just stick with Kirk.
You stepped in that. Yeah, you stepped in that one.
What was his name again?
Maricotti.
No, the guy we're talking to.
Oh, Kolarzel.
Kolarzel, here he is.
Wait, no, say that to him. Insult him.
Yeah. I'm sorry. New ship. Who dis?
Yes. I'm sure you're very popular among your people. However,
but see, you're already halfway there. Go ahead, ladies.
No, I'm sorry.
No. I like where you're going with it.
Is that what Maricotti would do? What would Maricotti do? WWND. Captain, what was your name again?
Kolarzel. You know very well.
How many L's are in Zell?
Yes. Your last chance.
Our last chance before what? Because let me make this very clear to you. It sounds like you're making a threat. We're very peaceful people here. We can get along with almost anyone. However, when people make threats, we don't take kindly to that.
I tried to work with you, and you did not help me. as I said, we can trade. I'm for profit. You're for power.
Oh, I
Just
know
like
you're for
Starfleet.
profit. My crew told me what you said to them, and you said war is profitable. Now you're posturing again to us.
Could you tell me
I
what
asked
rule of
again.
acquisition that was, Captain?
I didn't study the rules of acquisition. You see, I studied the Federation Code. And the Federation Code says, I'm nice to anyone until they're not nice to me.
Yeah, that sounds like something Marc would say.
How about you give me, give me a presence and command difficulty of 3.
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
He is but a simple merchant.
Yeah, but, the Federation codes them as terrorists. I've just decided.
Oh, okay, okay.
So don't give him anything.
I don't think I can roll Maricati stuff. No, I cannot.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Maricati. Ownership.
Really, I should have just started rambling and stalled for time.
There you go.
Yeah.
What was I rolling? Presence or
Presence
reason?
and command. Difficulty of 3.
And with a focus in diplomacy.
Sure. And with that, the view screen shuts out.
Use our last 2 momentum to cancel the complication and just take the L on intimidation.
You might better. I mean, if you want, yeah, sure. Whatever you want to do.
Team.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
All right, we can't cancel that complication.
Okay. The view screen still shuts off. He still hangs up on you.
That's fine.
So, is that Orion? Is the Raider posturing on the other side of us now?
No, he had just come up out of orbit. And he's chilling. He's near you guys, but he's just sitting there. Reinach Vogt. Give me a control or reason and security difficulty of 1. One momentum. I'll add it to your thing because you don't know what it's for. You, Reinach Vogt, are getting alert on your console, and it's stating that the Ferengi vessel is raising shields and charging weapons.
Marauders charging shields and raising weapons. Did that right? Welcome to Tabletop Adventures.
Welcome to Earth.
We say
That's
that
good.
anytime before we assault another species. Whether we're near Earth or not. Welcome to Earth. Pew-pew-pew.
So Rhino would definitely raise the shields.
Okay. So your shields are, you guys are, shields are raised. Captain Maricati, whoever is playing him, what would you like to do? Your ship, your floor.
Yellow alert.
You going to yellow alert?
Yeah, because yellow is like the be prepared, but we're not necessarily in the business yet.
Correct.
Surprise to yellow alert.
Okay. So the ship, its shields raised, and its weapons are charged.
Are our shields raised?
They should be. Whoever wants to control the USS Surprise token.
Right not?
Yes. Is there something I need to do?
No, you don't. Nope.
Okay.
We are entering combat once again. So we'll start with you guys. They haven't fired yet.
Now, they haven't fired, and we're due any minute. We could take this moment to send out a message to our incoming backup.
That's a good idea. Tell them to come in hot.
Okay. So whoever wants to do the communications, let's do. We'll use hailing frequencies open. Basically, establish a communications link with another ship. No power is needed. So whatever character you're using, it's going to be a control and engineering, assisted by the communications and engineering.
I'm sorry, one more again.
Control and engineering, and ship communications and engineering. And Forloth, if you're looking for ship combat, 217.
Yep, just found it.
Let's see.
Kullat could be the one to open the message with that control and engineering role.
Okay.
Go for it.
So we'll keep track of that. Kullat. All right. So it's a difficulty of 0. And you have 2 successes, so you have 2 momentum.
I just subtracted from the complication because I didn't think we did that before. For momentum.
Oh no, I'm telling you, you got 2 momentum from your
Yeah,
roll.
no, I know. I just took the tracker down too, though, because I don't think those were removed for that. Right?
Oh.
You didn't those, did you?
No, I did not take those off.
I mean, this is a communications role, so I think I could bank both of those.
Okay. Go ahead and mark them here for you. All right. So you're reaching out to the Klingon ship, correct?
Yes.
On the screen is Captain Akul of the Mupal, which is the real quick, because this thing is a monster. It's called a Cavort class bird of prey. I think. Hold on. Is it Cavort? Oh no, it's a Nichvar. I don't know how my Klingon is here, but basically it's a Klingon warship designed to intimidate and impress, and it's bigger than a Federation Galaxy class. It's got double the crew. It's actually used as one of its flagships of the Klingon force, or the Klingon Empire, and Captain Akul is flying it. So on the screen you see him, and behind him are 2 lovely ladies, Lursa and Lucara. And if you guys actually look over at Maricati and Zemp, they're both blushing.
Love.
Captain Maricati. This is Captain Akul.
Captain Akul, I was wondering if you could give me an ETA on your arrival.
We are less than 5 minutes out.
That's very good. You'll want to immediately raise shields when you enter the system. We have a Ferengi Marauder right in front of us, raising shields and powering up their weapons. There's also an Orion ship in this airspace, I guess I'll say, in the space. They haven't postured or done anything yet, but be aware of their presence.
Glory be upon your house. A warrior does not let his friend face danger alone. I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to try and say it. It's a good day to die.
Yeah, it sounded good to me.
And
Indeed, Captain.
He nods at you and ends his transmission. So, it's my turn. since you've made your roll.
You made your
and
bed.
You've made your bed.
No, boy,
Yeah.
Can I
ran the shower.
use? Can I use Rhinox's quick to action talent? During the first round of any combat, you and your allies may ignore the normal cost to retain the initiative, and that means we get 2 turns, basically, right?
Oh, damn!
Yeah, can you put it up in the thing?
Yes. There it is.
Right up. During the first round of any combat, you and your allies make no other normal cost to obtain initiative. And the initiative, and that says what, one that you can basically skip one of my turns? Is that what it's saying?
I think so. I don't have the full book in front of me.
137. 137. Quick to action. Where are we at here? No. Oh, there it is. During any yeah, so it says the same thing. So, yeah, basically, there. I believe it's spending a momentum to retain the initiative in one round. So what we'll do is we'll allow that with his talent, so it can be your turn again.
All right. I was thinking Rhinox could modulate shields unless there's something else you guys want to do.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So that's under tactical.
Yes.
Modulate shield. So whoever's controlling the surprise sheet, take 1 power away for me, please. Rhinox, I'm going to need a control and security. And then whoever's controlling the ship, I need a structure and engineering. This is going to be a difficulty of 2.
Our power is currently at 2. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't look
No,
great.
you have full power. There you go. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Okay. And then I will do a control and security. Using my shipboard tactical systems focus.
Ooh.
And then ship structure plus engineering.
Well done. So you pass it and you have 1 momentum.
I will use that if I can boost shields further or raise resistance further, something like that. Just
Yeah. So if you use a momentum, it does raise your resistance up an extra. So basically, if you're successful, you raise the surprise resistance up by 1, and the momentum's going to bring it up again. So that's 2. So currently, the ship's resistance is at 6. So there's going to be a little bit to keep track of. So y'all help me keep track of that, please. And
I'll put that on the sheet.
Okay, thank you. And so now it is my turn, since you guys have gone. And let's find my people. And it is. So, pedos. I'm taking away 1 threat. It's going to be control and security. This is going to be a difficulty of 3. And the ship's weapons and security. With 1 dice. Ha ha ha. Oh, man.
They blow themselves up.
Well, not really, but close. So, you see the Ferengi Modder turn, and it's coming at you now. And,
Coming at you.
it fires off a volley of torpedoes, and if this was if your ship was sitting right here, it basically split the uprights, right? And it goes behind, and it actually hits the Orion Raider behind you guys as he's moving into position, right? So give me 1 second to roll this real quick. What is that? High yield. High yield tells me. High yield is the weapon inflicts massive damage to the enemy vessels. Inflicts 1 or more breach to the system. Okay. So that is 4 with 1 effect. So it does not do anything special. But you see it hit the Orion vessel, and from what you could tell, it was a pretty solid hit. And it's your turn again.
Open fire. I'm an engineer. I don't know.
Grease the torpedo tubes.
So Reinach already took his turn this round, right? So is that how that works?
Yeah, he's a tactical. Yeah,
Yep.
so you won't be able to fire. So you'll have to do something else. So you have the captain's ability, you have Turg's ability, you have stuff in engineering that you could do. Same for sensors and operations.
We could have Turg fly us so we're not in between these two and they can take over fighting each other.
Yeah, I was going to say he could do evasive action.
There's that, and I'll also remind us, because we haven't done ship combat in a much. Your minor action as a player, you can basically take over a station. So, like if Kaval or Kullat or somebody decided, hey, I'm butting in on the tactical real quick and I'm going to shoot some stuff. As long as it makes sense, you can do that. So that allows you to use that station.
Okay. Just checking some stats real quick, but I have an idea.
I have an idea.
All right. Kaval, this is Reinach. Do you read?
Go ahead.
I'm sending you some accesses to these security systems, and I need you to assist me in combat. I know you've had some training in the holodeck on this, so I trust you.
I've been waiting for this moment.
Kaval, I will let you know though, ships don't have any knees to kick.
Hell, come on, one time. One time.
Almost kill a man one time.
How was I supposed to know he had a glass knee?
Because you could see through them.
Yes. And Kaval, so it is on you, sir.
Oh, it's on me. Oh,
It is, yes.
wait a
Yeah,
I thought I was.
he's giving you.
lit-
He's giving you access to be on the tactical thing, on the station, basically.
Okay, so we've already tried evasive maneuvers, have we?
Yes, and that was successful in its maneuvers. Yes.
We
No,
wanna-
sorry, that was your resistance thing. No, that was earlier. Your evasive maneuvers were earlier.
So when can we fire? When is it our chance to fire? When can we?
Right
use
now?
Guns?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's your turn, so-
targeting their engines, and fire. Fire!
Okay. Are you using phasers? Or are you using photons? Photon.
Let's
torpedo.
go with phasers.
Okay, so
Pew, 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 pew.
Kaval, those are good sounds. Control and security, please. This will be a difficulty of 2. Whoever's controlling a ship, take away 1 power and do weapons and security.
Now, can I use my electroplasma power systems focus to help me aim? Look to do the most damage to their engines?
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay, come on, baby. Oh, 1 success.
1 success. You had 1 success from the ship. That means it is a success because it was a difficulty of 2. And you've targeted their propulsion system, correct? The engines?
Yes, propulsion systems.
All right. So on the ship, whoever's controlling it, please click on the little target thing next to the phaser array in the equipment. Let's see. Spread an area. And there were 2 effects. So, holy shit, 11? Let me double check the qualities. Spread. Oh, golly. Oh, golly. Somebody start rubbing my lobes. That's why I can fix several targets at once. Okay, so the ship's resistance is 6. So 5 hit. So you take away 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there it is. And because
And
you
we
hit
blew
5, well, because of that high yield, because of the spread, the attack inflicts additional damage elsewhere on the target. If one or more effects is rolled, the attack inflicts 1 additional hit to a random system. So first, you do have a small breach. Where's the engines here? Structural communications. Engines. Okay, so impact. It suffers 1 or more breaches. It loses 2 power immediately. Further until the internal systems restore. Copy. So, 2 more down. 2. They do have a breach on their engines, and because of that high yield, it's going to be a random system. So, quick, give me a roll a 1d 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Caval.
1d6.
1d6.
Bam!
6. Oh, it was. I won't tell you where that hits, but
You blew out their bridge.
it happens. And let me mark it here. 1. And let me double check to make
This
sure.
happened the last time we tried to incapacitate somebody.
Yeah, you know,
We blew them up.
you blew
You
them
actually
up.
destroyed their sanitation systems, and the toilets on ship are all backing up at the same time.
Yes, correct. 1 second here, because I've got to do a quick other NPC. And that's going to be control, security, roll.
I think that sank a submarine
Okay.
in World War II, so just imagine what that would do in space.
There's that. And there is security. That. So you see behind you the Orion ship, the Emerald Bird, if you remember or recall. It kind of starts to adjust a little bit from your position as it doesn't want to hit you. And it fires off its phasers. And they go wide and miss the Ferengi vessel. And the Ferengi's turn is up real quick. I'm going to do this. That is a recover. Right, engines. Let's restore minor action. Okay, so minor action done. Okay. So, 0. And then that is going to be okay. He's going to roll. Get him up. Sorry, I got a lot of rules in front of me here. Daring and common. Ships. That is about. Okay, so you see it listing lazily, but the ship is still not doing anything special. Your turn.
Have the engines been incapacitated?
They are still moving.
They're still moving.
Yes.
Okay.
They did suffer a breach, though.
On Khan for Zemtak Thrall, unless the captain says otherwise, I'm actually going to have him do an attack pattern move.
Okay.
So that would be a daring plus con with a difficulty of 2.
Okay.
And the ship is weapons and con.
Okay, and that was a difficulty of 2?
Yeah, difficulty of 2.
Okay,
successful.
So you have 2 momentum.
Till the
attack pattern. So your flight controller takes a course. It'll make it easier to target the enemy next time you guys shoot at it. So all attacks made by the ship reduce in difficulty by 1.
Can I make it so that it doesn't require power with momentum spends? Is that a thing?
So it says like for shooting, you mean, or for your attack pattern?
For the attack pattern for this bonus momentum I just got, because it says it costs 1 power.
Let's see. Ship power and momentum. I'll allow it. I'm okay with it. I don't see anything in here that says you can't not use it for that, so I'm okay with that if you guys are good with that.
Okay.
Everybody in the club?
Yes.
Okay. And then so I have one other roll here. He's gonna try and do. One. This is control engineering. This is a difficulty of 3. Okay, so that means with those, what I'll do, he's got 2 extra shields now, and I've got an extra threat. You're up.
Can I take another shot?
Everybody has to go through the range first. If we're including certain people, we can. If we're excluding people,
No, I wasn't. I just wasn't sure if it was. I'd come back around.
Did the captain take a turn? I know Kullat did, right?
So
no,
Kaval did. Kaval did. Grax did. Or sorry, not Grax. Rhinoc did, and Takthrall did. So you still have Kullat, your Grax, if you want to take a turn, or the captain, yes. So if we want to exclude any of them, we can, but they won't be in the next round, basically. I don't want to take them out, bring them in, take them out, bring them in. So whatever you want to do. But the captain does have a thing that says command, and it tells somebody to do something, and it basically lets them take their turn. So under journal, ship command.
If we do that with the captain, does that block that person's turn next round?
No. It's basically the captain telling that person to do something, and that person now is getting a free turn.
You could have the captain tell him to shoot. If you want to take that next shot.
Yeah. Go for it.
Kaval, why don't you give him a pop again?
Pop, pop, pop!
Good job.
And then you-
Start.
You get a bonus from the attack pattern.
Oh. Do
Thank you,
I factor
Seth.
that into the roll, Admiral?
Yes, you will.
It reduces difficulty.
So, depending on what you're going to shoot with.
I'm gonna shoot again with phasers and again at the engines.
Okay, phasers is now a difficulty 1. So, give me a control and security. Control and security. Ship. Weapons and security. And take away 1 power, please.
Pop, pop! Who's rolling for the ship?
I got it.
Whoa!
You can't stop.
Oh, all right. All right. You have 2 momentum. You are successful in this.
Can we use the momentum to incapacitate this vehicle, ship?
Just dump it all into more damage.
It's just more damage.
Okay, more damage.
So it'll be an extra damage.
Incapacitate the vessel.
Yes, so whoever's controlling the ship, go ahead and shoot me the phaser rays, please. All right, so let's see. With the high yield, 4. That does hit the vessel.
Does it hit the vessel?
It does hit the vessel in the same spot you
Clear?
shot it earlier. And it is the last 2 remaining crew members on your ship's turn. My guys are out of turns.
We're the last 2 remaining crew members.
Kullat, Grax, if you guys want to take turns with your characters.
Can I do like a scan that gives us a bonus on our next attack or something like that?
Yeah, so on sensors and operations, that's considered a scan for weakness. Okay, so Kullat, you're going to roll a control in science. Ship person, sensors and security, please. This is a difficulty of 1.
Oh, sorry. Ship is sensors and science.
Yes.
I was reading.
Sensors and security.
Other
Sorry.
actions.
Sensors and security. Well, it's a
Oh.
4, so what's the ship's sensors and security?
Security is 1 less.
Target is 13. So, you are successful still. So, you have, let's see, that was a difficulty of 1. You were successful. You have 3 momentum.
This may take like 2 momentum, I don't know, but with all that momentum, I want to know where the sweet spot is to shoot to just disable their weapons.
Okay. With the momentum?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll give that damage to weapons. So that, until your next turn, Kullat, what we'll do is we'll say you're going to get extra damage if you're successful in targeting the weapons. So whoever shoots before your next turn gets a bonus point, or get bonus dice of damage of +2.
So it's a bonus to damage, not a bonus to hitting it?
So technically, the scan for weakness roll, basically, if it succeeds, you gain the piercing 2 quality, is what it does. And
Okay. Alright.
piercing, let me find it here for you. Piercing just
piercing would be
ignores
on,
the resistance, basically.
Okay.
And you're good with still doing that?
Thumbs up.
Okay. Grax, you doing anything?
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out what I want to do here. think I'll step in as a command role a little bit, and if that's okay to do, and do the rally action.
Hell yeah!
If you want to do that, we're gonna have to hear a rousing speech from Grax.
Grax steps up into the center of the bridge and says, "Everyone, we've been through combat like this before. Stay at your stations, stay vigilant, and we'll get through this together. No one can defeat us when we're together as a team." Playing at their heartstrings a little bit.
There you go.
So
Presence and command,
Does that
Grax.
sound like Vin Diesel to anyone else?
family.
The family. We're gonna ramp this ship off the Rungy Marauder. It's fine. Presence and command. Difficulty 0.
Can I use my focus of Starfleet protocol?
Yes.
Okay. No explanation, just yes.
Yes. You give me your explanation. Excited.
My explanation is that I understand the protocols used by Starfleet, so I know the. Yeah, I got nothing, honestly. I'm just. I was just trying.
You know that by boosting morale, everybody tends to work harder and stay vigilant because they're thinking of their family. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that where we're going with that? Just kind of bouncing off yours?
You
Okay.
took the words right out of my head.
You took the words right out of my... All right, so 2 momentum. You want to bank those? Because
Yep.
it's not going to do anything for you. All right, so
Banking momentum for us.
we're at the top of the round. It'll be your turn. But first, behind the Ferengi Marauder, decloaks a gentleman. Let's find him here. There it is. And it's the Klingon vessel, the Mupal. Their shields are up, and they're maneuvering to shoot. You're up first.
Before we shoot, Captain, perhaps offer them the opportunity to surrender?
After we get rid of their weapons? No, that's fine. That's fine. I was thinking about that earlier, just after we damaged
surely
their engines, but...
I mean, surely they've suffered damage. The Klingons have just showed up behind them. The Orions are taking pot shots at them. They must know that they're on borrowed time now.
All right, hail them.
Hailing frequencies open. And he answers, and he's just staring at you now. He's not saying anything, but he's looking at you.
Captain Zell, was it?
And he just he continues to stare.
I find myself wondering, as I'm sure you are right now, is this venture still profitable for you?
And he nods, and you kind of see behind him, there seems to be, quite a hazy atmosphere of smoke. There's some sparks going on here, maybe a little flame there. Certainly not on the level that was in Discovery for their damage effects and such. But you can tell that their ship is obviously damaged. And he looks at you. Go ahead and give me a presence and command difficulty of 1. Captain Maricotti.
I gotta see if I still got a sheet up. Grigori, and I'm sorry, one more again.
Presence and command. Difficulty of 1.
And I'll go with a composure focus.
Okay.
So I keep my composure. That adds to what I'm saying.
Nerves of steel.
But nerves of steel.
Okay. What do you want to do with that momentum?
Just, I don't want to say intimidation, but there's more value and truth behind my words, like I'm stating the obvious, and so it's got a greater effect on him. And his brain explodes.
He looks at you some more, and as more sparks kind of jolt, he kind of jumps a little bit. The day is yours, human. And he ends the hail, and you can see the ship start to try and turn around, and you are getting alerts that he wants to go, he is getting ready to go to warp.
But we blew up his engines.
No, we damaged them. We didn't blow them up.
I thought we took a second hit that made him dead in the water.
No, he didn't have a second breach. You did hit, but you didn't have a second breach.
Yeah, but how is he gonna come to justice now? We've been recording this, right? Can I get a picture
Tractor
of
beam.
the tail number on that ship?
Yeah, you guys already got the designation and the space frame and the name of the ship. Right when you came in here, it was called the Prosperous. The name of the ship was the Prosperous. So you do have all of the information on the ship.
Okay, so here's what we do. Tractor beam, right? And we sent out a shuttle with like paint in a large like water cannon. Like picture those boats that put out fires on the bay. So it's got paint, and we go up to where it says the Prosperous, and we paint onto the side to say the not quite in front of it.
All right.
Dump all our momentum on this.
We're gonna need some rolls here, but let's see what happens. What do you say, everybody? All right. So, tractor beam roll. Let's get it up real quick.
Oh, we going for this? All right.
I mean, you wanted it. Is everybody?
I vote we let them limp away. Actually, I think they've learned their lesson, not to mess with us, if nothing else. All we need is time to get our people off the planet, right?
Correct.
The day is ours. I mean, if you really want to be petty, well, okay, all right.
And
Okay, so new idea. A non-lethal shot that'll just scorch upward, says Prosperous. No, I'm kidding. We let him limp away. I
Let him
just
limp
don't
away?
want any more complications. Actually.
Why? I would not do
Hey,
that as a GM.
I've been holding back to adhere to Starfleet ideals, okay?
Exactly.
I'm proud
If I had
of
my
you
way,
for.
you know, the second we saw a Ferengi vessel, we would have fired on it. We didn't. So
Okay. So you're back on the bridge. You did get a hail. I'll hail again. He's not sure why he didn't get an answer at that one, but you did get a hail.
on screen.
On screen is Commander Tavek, and he says, "Captain, we have finished our duties here, and we are prepared for you to beam the personnel and the equipment on board."
Very good, sir. We shall do just that. And expect us shortly.
Understood. And also, as you're beaming them up, you do see, you do get an alert at your console there, Reinach Vogt, that 2 Federation Galaxy class ships come out of warp and are now also in orbit with you. And you're getting a hail, and this is from the Mupal.
Is the captain going to take that?
Oh, sorry. I thought he was talking to you there for a moment. On screen.
On screen is once again Captain Akal of the Mupal, and he's looking at you, and he's got a mug of what's probably Klingon blood wine in his hand, And he shifts it up towards the screen and he says, "You have fought well, certainly gaining credit in the halls of K-less. We will be escorting you along with your 2 Galaxy-class ships to rendezvous with you back at Narendra Station. And Captain, I do have an odd request if you will grant it for me."
You came to our aid. Name it.
And he turns around, and as before, the 2 females are standing there. "I have 2 females requesting to come aboard and ride with your ship back to the station."
100%.
Captain, I'd be insulted if they didn't.
And
Wait, I
immediately,
forget, was Maricotti afraid too?
yeah, they all kind of were a little nervous, and you maybe see a little bit of sweat forming on Grax's brow, or not Grax, but Tack Thrall's brow, as the anticipation of what could possibly happen at this point. But behind them, you see the ladies beam out, and they are beamed upon your bridge. One's sitting next to the cat. One immediately falls into the lap of the captain. The other one reaches down and picks up Tack Thrall and walks towards the turbo lift and says nothing. You are
I love
also
a happy ending.
you are also getting another hail
On screen.
on screen. Is Admiral April Hebert. She's, if you recall, she's the commander of Narendra Station. And she's got a serious look on her face, and she says, "Captain, congratulations to you and your crew on recovering this device. You and your crew are being recalled to Narendra Station. Once you arrive here, the device that you carry will be taken to the Daystrom Institute by another crew to be studied. Your attendance will be requested at a major scientific briefing in the coming week. As you can see, your escort has already arrived. Report to me once you dock."
Very good, Admiral. I have one thing to report to you immediately, though. I would transmit to her all the recording and information we have on that Ferengi ship. Just know that we gave them several warnings and tried to avoid all conflict, but that was not enough for them. We winged them and they limped away today.
Understood, Captain. We'll do what we need to do here. You just make sure to include that in your report.
Yes, sir.
And the screen shuts off. 1 second.
I just feel like there should be applause or confetti and you promotions all around. You've done a wonderful job, Commander.
Yes.
You murdered no one.
You got through the episode without being murder hobos. Well done.
Well done. It only
That's
took
what
us
I call
a year and a
successful.
half to get there, but we got there. So, without further ado, your ship is ready to be escorted. Shall you be warping out to Narendra Station?
Right after we do a scan to see if there's any unusual activity on the surface to know whether we've disturbed anything.
Okay. Reason and security. Sensors and security, please. One and one. So you have success and momentum. What do you want to use that for momentum for? More information?
More information.
More information.
More information.
So, as far as you can tell, Commander Tavek was quite thorough in his sterilization of the site. It still does not look like the local inhabitants of Pedra are going anywhere near the haunted forest.
Swamp.
The swamp, correct. So, as far as you can tell, everything is cleaned up and the presence has been sterilized.
Very good.
To
Jack
warp?
Thrall? Oh, he's no longer at the...
He got
Someone
replaced.
else engaged.
And gentlemen, that is the end of the season finale. Congratulations. Well done. Well done indeed. Well done indeed. So, since this is going to be a temporary pause in the Star Trek Adventures role-playing game, I'm going to ask the players, what their favorite scenario was, what their favorite or most memorable situation was, and anything else they'd like to add about the success of their mission. And before I get to you guys, I will include what the real Captain Mercati said and the real Tack Thrall said. So let me find him here.
Tack Thrall said, I really hope those Klingon women show up again and I get whisked away.
So your captain said he had a great time with the Pleasure and the Pain planet, and how we had 2 units of people on the in and outside working together to bring everybody off of the surface. And he said to him that felt like the best RP in his most memorable moment. Lieutenant Commander Tack Thrall said, where are we at? My favorite scenario was the one with the idol that led us to this, that caused bad luck, and my favorite moment was my aggressive girlfriend, and getting an experience my DMing style and having my first full game with Forloth was my favorite part of this whole experience.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah. And so, we will go to our current players. Let's start with you, our pointy-eared Vulcan friend, Commander Kullat.
It's hard to pick, to be honest. I think we did some of our most true to Star Trek play in this last scenario, the return to this planet. I think Seb did a good job with the negotiations instead of physical conflict. So I like that about this one. Yeah, I'll stick with that because I think we finally reached our pacing and our living up to Starfleet in that RP.
Anything else you would like to add, sir? Anything about the scenario? No?
The scenario, no, but overall, you've done a fantastic job GMing this.
Thank
All
you.
the materials and work you've put into it show. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it really does.
And you've got all the right music and sound bits and artwork, and it's been a great ride. Thanks for doing that.
No, you guys did it. Onward to Lieutenant Commander Kaval of Engineering.
My favorite episode, favorite session, had to have been the space station. The reminiscent of Deep Space Nine. Was it Deep Space Nine?
No, it's called Narendra Station, so it is a Starfleet base.
But it had a quarks, right?
Yeah, it had a quarks. Yeah, and it had its own promenade. So yes, it was reminiscent of Deep Space Nine in terms of its promenade.
That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. That one was my favorite. I agree as well that the production values have been amazing. Your graphics are great. The background screens and everything have all been fantastic. And kudos to Hades. He makes a great captain. He really does. Well done, Hades.
Oh, thanks.
And thank you. Anything else, sir?
No, nothing. Not a damn thing.
Not a damn thing.
I'm an engineer, damn it. Not anything else.
Not
an orator.
Yep, thank you. Looking for the word. And onwards to Lieutenant. Our recently semi-promoted lieutenant, no longer lieutenant junior grade. He's out of that stigma. Our chief medical officer, Andor Grax.
Yeah. So I think my most memorable moment would probably have to be just the holodeck campaign or scenario in general, I guess. It was a lot of fun to play a character, Andal Grax, playing another character, the captain, in the holodeck episode. So that was a lot of fun. But I mean, there's so many, good moments to pick from. Had a lot of fun playing this, and I didn't know a whole lot about Star Trek going in. I've seen a number of episodes, and know about it through other people, but it was really neat to experience it firsthand and kind of deep dive into some of the lore and learn things through experience that way.
Awesome. Now start watching the show.
Yeah.
And that takes it to me. And what a journey it has been, gentlemen. And let's see, my favorite episode as a GM, I think there were so many that I really had a lot of fun with. And there's so many that you guys, creating these, you sit here and think, oh, how are they going to react? What are they going to do? So you kind of pre-plan some ideas. And there's just so many that you guys were like, nah, nothing I thought of ever came to mind. And I'm just like, so you guys kept me on my feet as a GM. It really made it for me. You guys' ability to RP roleplay was fantastic. And I had a lot of fun playing with you guys. My favorite episode, I think for me, the most fun was probably the original Idol episode that led us to the season finale. I think that in terms of fun, a lot of fun, it was that one. In terms of making me think on my feet, it was definitely the what was it? The under-researched torpedo scenario. That was great. I enjoyed throwing you guys. Stuff. Yeah, I enjoyed throwing you guys to the wolves in the one episode where you almost died because the ship was phased out and there were two of you. That was a lot of fun.
That was excellent.
And I think my most memorable moment, honestly, and I'd have to agree with you guys when you said this last episode, just the ability to be diplomatic in your choices and your actions. And it honestly, this whole thing felt like Star Trek with the atmosphere and everything else, but your actions really stood out in that in this last episode in terms of following Starfleet, and that is definitely the most memorable for me. So, without further ado,
campaign. It has been a great campaign.
It has. We started in April of last year. So, 7 scenarios, about 4 episodes each. So it's been a run, and after my temporary hiatus, I would like to bring it back. So if you guys are still interested, I would love to have you back.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Love to play. You know what though? Today it really came home to me that you almost have to do like a data dump, like watch like half a dozen episodes, read a couple Star Trek books, and brush up on the rules just to get ready to play this game. If you're really going to sound authentic as a player and not just waffle a lot and make shit up like, and I bring the paraplegic in through the back door. I don't know what the hell that was.
No, you said something else. I was just making fun. It was close to that.
Yeah, no, the terminology. Yeah, I'd love to have a list and be like, okay, so the power comlinks are out of phase alignment.
There is in the engineering book. There is a table. I don't know if you noticed. There is a table with 3 columns, right? And you can roll for it, or you can just pick randomly, and it has stuff like that. It's really quite good.
Like you mean like is it the division supplement? Is that what it is?
Yes. I think I've got it right here. Actually.
I think it is the division supplement, operations supplement.
Operations. That's what I should have pulled out. Didn't even think of it until just now.
Let's see. Yeah, operations supplement. Operations. Is there one for engineering? There should be. Science division supplement. Deep Space Nine Command Supplement, Alpha and Beta Quadrant Supplement. Supplement. Star Corps of the Engineers. Engineering Department Storylines, Experimental Engineering, Engineering Devices, 61 of Operations. Yeah, the Soliton Wave Generator, the Synaptic Scanning Technique. Phasing Cloak, the Trans Warp Drive. Yes.
Yes, indeed. Quite.
Quite, indubitably. So yeah, I would assume here probably once I'm done and ready with my other supplemental game, just as a probably likely going to be like a one scenario, so a couple streams worth. I'd like to get back on Star Trek if we use the same characters. If you guys want to continue to play, we can do that. We can take another direction and use new characters. You know, world is up to us if you guys are still interested in playing this.
Excellent.
So we're still gonna keep it around if you guys are all interested. So I would like to do that.
We're gonna
let's see.
play as a crew of Ferengi acquisitionists.
Yeah. Yes. And you guys just go plunder the galaxy and try and earn as much latinum as you can.
And give nothing back.
Rule of acquisitions are there for a reason. And you played into that rule perfectly, by the way. Because I had him ready to say it as his ending line, and you said that, and I was like, I got it. Perfect.
Whatever your rules say.
Yeah, there's like 200 of them, and I found a bunch that fit the scenarios when he wanted to spit them out. I want to thank our watchers who've been along with the ride. I know Distals has stopped out quite often. I appreciate that. Matt01 Alpha, Scuds is here. Tex has stopped quite a few times. GM in the Great Barrier, he was hanging out for a little bit. He or she, I'm not sure. We've had a lot of people stop by, so appreciate everybody coming out throughout the season and the scenario. So you guys make us and keep us motivated to keep doing this so we can entertain you. Operation Suppository. Scud, the doctor will see you in sickbay for that operation.
It's pronounced analgesic. It goes in your mouth.
With that, I don't have anything else. Do you gentlemen have anything else?
No. Have a good night,
I just want to mention that we have Troika next week.
Oh, yes.
We are playing the Franz of Benevolence scenario. I gotta practice all the Troika big
Franz
words
Ferdinand
and stuff before then. Yeah.
Yes, and that's Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
It should be
19th.
probably about 3 sessions long, so we'll be running that for a few weeks or whatever.
Awesome.
Very whimsical. A very whimsical gaming system. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yes.
Whimsical science fantasy.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of off the wall stuff we learned in our first trial by run. All right, everybody, I'm going to send us to the end screen, and then we're going to go raid. Stick around with the raid. It's My Lady Saito. She participated with us in Conan, so some of y'all might remember her. But for now, live long and prosper, everybody, and we'll see you next time.